Hey everybody, happy Saturday! I hope you guys are having an amazing weekend so far. It's the first of the month, so we did all kinds of like Christmassy things with the kids, like their advent calendar. I have this cute little like Hallmark radio ornament that like calls the North Pole. And then we also have the Hallmark like microphone, like the old style, like it's like an old-fashioned microphone, and it has like a little dial on it, and the kids turn it, and then you can like talk to someone at the North Pole. It is so cute. Last year it was fun, but Noah didn't quite get it, and Oliver barely got it. But now this year, they both really get it, so they're really into it. And then we have like their Paw Patrol advent calendar, which is super fun. So we were doing that today. Also, my favorite Christmas movies are on TV tonight, or they were this like late this afternoon and into tonight. I really love Tim Allen as the Santa Claus. Santa Claus 3, not as good, but 1 and 2, really, really good, and they were both on today. Like, I gotta know, what are your favorite Christmas movies, you guys? I love Christmas movies. I'm a big, like, Hallmark Christmas movie junkie. Like, you know, the typical story, the girl like from a small town like leaves and gets a job, and she comes back to like help in some way. She falls in love with like her high school sweetheart again, or like whatever. Same storyline every time, but they suck you in because they're so good. So tonight I'm talking about Fleas in a Box. So for those of you that do not know me, my name is Brittany Budd. I am a leader, a coach, and a mentor, and I empower women to build confidence and create success so they can live the lifestyle of their dreams. What the heck are fleas in a box? What am I talking about? So, if you know anything about me, you know that I am a scientist. I have a pre-med degree, like Bachelor of Science, and I'm a huge nerd. I'm big into research and science. So, these researchers took these fleas. So, you know, fleas, they're disgusting little tiny bugs, but man, can they jump, right? Like, 1 minute they're there, bam. The next minute they're gone. They could be on you. They could be anywhere. Hey, Cindy, how are you, honey? They could be anywhere, these stinking fleas. So, these researchers had these fleas. They're studying these fleas, and they're, like, studying their jumping patterns and how high they can jump. Okay? And, like, I'm not going to say it's unlimited, their jumping potential, but they can jump really high. These researchers took these fleas and put them in a box, okay? And when the fleas were in the box, they would jump, and obviously they'd smack their entire bodies on the lid of the box, right? So a couple of times they would jump so high that they would smack their bodies on the lid of the box, but they'd only do it a couple of times because I'm sure hurling your body at a box lid when you're like that big hurts. So 2 or 3 times, then they like acclimatize to their new surroundings, right? And so they're only jumping, you know, as deep as the box so that they don't hit the lid. But, you know, they're jumping around in there, but just not as high. So then these researchers opened the box, took the fleas out, and monitored them. And guess what happened? Those fleas would not jump any higher than how high they were jumping while in the box. And that's a really great analogy for us, isn't it? Like, as young people, we think that we can do all these things. We think we can jump high into the sky and, you know, reach the stars and do all these amazing things. And then as we get older, don't we bump our heads and kind of hurl our bodies at lids? In that, yeah, Cindy, they still have those limits on themselves. You feel like, you know, maybe a teacher tells you you can't do something. Thunk number 1. Or a parent says that, you know, oh, she's smart, but she's not that smart. Like, you probably won't get that scholarship, or you probably won't get accepted into that school, or maybe you won't make that sports team. Well, isn't that just thunk, thunk, thunk? So you have these limits, right? So you start only jumping as high as this new lid that's been put on you, right? You only jump so high. You only reach for things that you think are achievable. And, you know, as we get older again, like I'm in my 30s, I feel like when you're in your 30s, this is when it really starts to hit. Like, you don't have limits anymore. Like, okay, you apply for a job, you get it, you don't get it. You kind of come into this, like, knowledge that you can still try for things, but a lot of us don't bother, right? We just stay at this line of mediocrity and just playing underneath our limits. Because, God forbid, we hit a lid or a roof or a glass ceiling, like let's go there, that's not there. So we play safe, we play small. But I want to remind you guys that just like those fleas in those boxes, just because someone tried to close you in and maybe you felt closed in for a short while, wherever you are in your life, you do not have to feel that lid on you because it has been removed, okay? It is gone. You're out. These are perceived. It's a perceived limitation, like Cindy said earlier. It's a perceived limitation. And I want to encourage you to jump. Jump as high as you can. Go try the things that you have told yourself that you cannot do, or you let someone else tell you that you cannot do. Thank you, Cindy. So I just want to encourage you guys tonight to go do those hard things. There's no lid on you. You're not in a box. You're free. You're free to jump as high as you want to jump. And, maybe you do bump your head, but who cares? Keep jumping, right? All right, you guys, I want you to have an amazing rest of your weekend. I'm not on Sundays, but I will be here on Monday. So have a great weekend, and I will talk to you all then. Mwah!